If you're manually creating custom threads in FreeCAD, you hit the same problem every time. Your thread has no lead in or no lead out. The thread looks fine, but in real life it's a pain to assemble, as there is no taper to guide the parts together. We need something to give the mating thread something to naturally engage with. Most people try to fix this with a chamfer or fillet. Sometimes it works, most of the time it doesn't. Geometry breaks and the transition just isn't correct. Here are two top solutions that have been recommended by you, the FreeCAD community. By adding your comments to relative videos, you're not just communicating with me, you're communicating with others, sharing your findings and knowledge and expertise. I thank you dearly for enriching the learning experience. So let's look at two simple proven solutions that work with the minimum fuss. Starting with a simple sketch of a lid that's been revolved, we add a basic sketch of the profile. We'll add this on the same plane as the seam line. This is important as we can use this to our advantage. By creating an additive helix or subtractive depending on the application, this will create a thread. Note, if the thread fails, then this is normally because FreeCAD can have problems with the thread starting on the seam. Solve this by altering the angle in the attachment of the profile by a fraction of a degree, and all is well. We have our thread, but what about the lead in and lead out? For option 1, the idea is simple. In this case, we'll take the end face of the additive helix and revolve it. This creates a Bullnose style start or finish, similar to that in jars and bottles. Problem is, you need to rotate around an axis, and we're working away from the origin. There won't be a convenient one to rotate around. This is where the seam line comes into play. Select the face, create the revolve, and then select the seam line as a reference. And back the rotation off so it enters the main volume of the lid, but doesn't come out the other side. There are other ways of doing this. For example, using a simple sketch with a single line or datum line. For option 2, we can add a secondary helix. The difference is that it creates more of a lead in or out, like you see on bolts and screws. Again, we just select the face of the helix, and then we create an additional helix and modify the properties. By increasing the cone angle, it blends the thread into the material, creating a proper taper lead in or lead out that behaves like a real manufactured thread. Both methods can generate extra volume on the opposite side of the part, especially if the walls are thin. This is normal and the fix is simple. Use a groove operation with a basic profile that follows the outer surface. This removes the excess material and leaves a clean, functional geometry. So there's two solutions for lead in and lead out. We'll go more in depth in the step-by-step tutorial in another video. I hope you enjoyed that video and I hope to see you in the next one. If you like what you see and you want to donate to the channel, then you can do so via Ko-Fi or Ko-Fi at ko-fi.com/MANG0 or via PayPal at paypal.com/paypalme/DarrenBEstone. I also run a Patreon where you can get early access and additional content, and that's at patreon.com/MangoJellySolutions. Links can be found in the channel header, on the About page, or in the descriptions of these videos. I thank everybody that's donated so far. It really helps to keep the lights on so I can produce more content and also expand the channel. Thank you for liking, commenting and subscribing to these videos, and I hope to see you again in the next one.